Hey, 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 hey. Check it out. We are back and we are black. Hey, this is your boy Warren G in the place to be. Been clowning sucker free since 2003. This is the No I Don't Know TV series. Be busy as a bee looking ass. Shout out to everybody that's out there handling business at the Court Plantation. Much power, love, and respect to you. We need y'all there. I just got from Court Plantation too. If y'all here in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's hot then a motherfucker out here. For real. Like real talk, it's hot as fuck out here. So shout out to everybody that's out there working hard and handling business. Much power and respect to you. You know how I'm gonna say it. Shout out to all my niggas that's out there handling business, going and getting up and going to the Court Plantation. All my sisters that's out there doing it as well. So shout out to you. And I want to send a special shout out to my melanated brothers and sisters who do not tolerate the bullshit when a nigga want to call you talking about, hey man, what you trying to do tonight? Nigga, I gotta go to work in the morning. Ah man, you gotta go to work? Yeah, nigga, I gotta go to work. God damn. Nigga want to make you feel bad because you got to go to work. I can't stand niggas like that. Nigga make you feel bad. How you going to make a nigga feel bad because they got to go to work? What kind of shit is that? So shout out to my motherfuckers that's handling business, man, and going to the Court Plantation. I got nothing but love, power, and respect for you because the shit is not easy. You know, shout out to all my finessing ass motherfuckers that don't have nothing else to do but to finesse. So shout out to you who's sitting around the house all day, whether it's a woman or a man. You know niggas too. Niggas be, you know, just scratching their head. Nigga, what you trying to do? Nigga, go to sleep because I got to go to work in the morning. So shout out to all you motherfucking finessing ass niggas. Hey, and I want to send a special shout out to all my women out there that's like, God damn, I can't hustle this pussy hole. This COVID shit got a bitch on recession. Shout out to all my bitches that's out there. Let me get 45, yeah, 55, yeah, 65, 75, yeah, 75, 75, yeah, 85, 85, yeah, 95, 95, yeah, for that pussy. Sold to the next sucker. I ain't did that shit in a while. So shout out to y'all. And shout out to all my people that's like, if you just pray and vote, Jesus gonna change it. So who's the Jesus? Cesare Borgia? Yeah, him. So shout out to all y'all motherfuckers that think that he's gonna change it. Instead of praying to Ogun, praying to Jean-Jacques Dessalines, our elders, we want to pray to Cesare Borgia. So shout out to all you motherfuckers. That mean it's meant for you. So shout out to y'all. And shout out to everybody that's out there. Oh, shout out to everybody that's out there that's been watching that Red Table Talk by Jada Smith. We about to get on that shit right now. Hey. Shout out to everybody that's handling this. Shout out to the chat. Shawnee, hey, I got the email. Did you get that book? I got that book. Yes. I got that book by James Baldwin. So shout out to Shawnee Brown. Shout out to your cousin, R.I.P. Tanika Ballard. Shout out to her. For all who's watching this podcast and you see that in my mentions right there, my hashtag, shout out to Tanika Ballard. I hope I'm saying her name right. I'm not butchering her name, but shout out to her. I talked about it on the last podcast, and I said I was going to talk about it a little bit today. So shout out to her. Much love, power, and respect to that family. Keep your head up. I'm riding with you. We going to get that justice for her. So shout out to her and her family. Shout out to Philly. But I had to put it in there, man, because we got to talk about it. Since I'm talking about Will, we talk about Philly. We got to talk about the killings. And I'm going to tie it all into one, so shout out to that. Let me cut it down. Man, what is going on? I told you I'd do a back-to-back to black. So we doing a back-to-back. Man, shout out to everybody that's out there handling business again. Much power and respect to you. But man, we got a lot to discuss. If you done seen the title of the page, Will and Jada Smith Red Table broke. It's right, fam. I can't text that much. I'm driving. No, you good. You good. I just wanted to put it in a mention because we talking about Philly, so we want to bring attention to that. And the reason why I'm talking about Will and Jada, because for one, I'm going to play a little bit of it, but bitch, that's what you get. Now, and the reason why I say that is because I got love for Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, and I got love for them as far as being a black couple, surviving this long and going through your ups and downs, and I get that. You got personal shit, and I understand, and I get that. I understand. I get it, totally. But the thing that I have a problem with is this. Stop letting these dominant society people gas you up to go against your own people. And the reason why, because I'm still not happy with what you did with Will. Now, Will, I felt like you were talking to me. And thank God for our brother August Alsina, because he basically put her on blast. See, that's what you get, bitch, for fucking running your mouth and sitting from a standpoint of like you didn't heal, now stop. And then I like how they tried to clean it up. We gonna get right into it. And then to me, it almost seems like you dragged Will on there to help you clean up the fucking brand. Because if we look, we ain't never seen Will, ain't no side bitches of his came out and been like, oh, well, Will, nah. But for some sort of reason, that nigga came out there and told on your ass. I knew the nigga wasn't lying. And at first I did on a podcast before, I did say, damn nigga, why you telling? You tricking. But then I had to think about it. I said this on the podcast because at the time there was so much racial shit going on. So I get it. He was telling his truth. And look, they were together. Jada, you can try to spin it and do whatever the fuck you want. But while you out here doing red table talks, the reason why I'm on your ass, because you've yet to call the dominant society to call their ass out. Let's do a surviving Harvey Weinstein. Why don't you call this motherfucker to the red table? Why don't you call some of the victims? Why don't you come some of the black victims of racism and white supremacy? You don't never talk about that shit, but you want to call Snoop. I felt like you were talking to me. Well, guess what now, bitch? We talking to you. And the reason why I'm saying this is because that's what you get for having it. First of all, we need to understand who you're being fueled by and be funded by. Red Table Talk, isn't that sponsored by Facebook? Mark Zuckerberg? Yeah, of course they gonna have this bitch on there. They gonna have her on there because she's controversial towards her own group of people, but she's not controversial towards the dominant society. So that's why I'm going and getting on it, because normally I don't even really talk about this shit. But the reason why I'm gonna talk about this shit, because we have Ghislaine Maxwell, whatever the fuck that bitch name. This bitch is funneling young pussy to Jeffrey Epstein, and these are Caucasian people that ain't nothing happening to these people. But I guess they gonna throw this bitch under the bus. But you want to talk about Snoop Dogg calling Gayle King a dog-head bitch. Now I bet you wish you would have thought twice about that shit. You could have texted Snoop yourself and be like, man, for real, Snoop? No, you didn't do that. You called him on the Red Table Talk, and I felt like you were talking to me. Like you judge plaintiff jury, like you judge Maybelline Ephraim. Stop it. That's what you get. See, you should be out here doing the good work of fighting racism, white supremacy, and using that platform to call out all these fucking goddamn race soldiers and all these goddamn pedophiles that are part of the dominant society that get away with murder. You're not doing that. You're being controversial towards your own people, and I don't like that shit. And that's some bullshit. That's why I was like, man, ain't this about a bitch? For real. I said, man, wow, this is very, 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 very interesting. So I'm gonna play a little bit. I'm gonna play a little bit for you, and we gonna dissect this. And the reason why I'm gonna break this shit down is because it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that. That's why I said, why are you telling? But I get why he told. I get it. He was in love and he was hurt. But another reason why I'm glad he told, because bitch, that's what the fuck you get for sitting at the goddamn Red Table Talk, doing the devil's work and going in on your own people. And then when it comes time to talk about racism and white supremacy, y'all act like this shit don't exist. Then y'all only want to talk shit about the Oscars when Will Smith didn't win one. But at the end of the time, y'all ain't saying shit. So nah. I'm doing what is beneficial for you, bitch. Fuck out of here.
Everybody, welcome to...
Nah, I'm not watching nobody else's. See, and I'm tired of that shit too. Yeah, that's a bullshit video. Nah, fuck that. That's all I said, man. Here, let me look this up. Let me see if I can find some. Okay, yeah, there we go. And we gonna go all the way back to the beginning. And what I want to do, fam, is this. We're gonna dissect it together. Because Jada Pinkett Smith, bitch, you are so full of shit. But that's what you get. Because instead of you, to me, I wouldn't have gave two fucks if her and August Alsina fucked on camera and showed everybody. As long as you didn't do that shit to Snoop and you're doing the good work of Allah, of Yahweh. You're doing the good work of black folk, defending black folk, calling out the dominant society. See, if everybody start using their platform to call their asses out, then that's a difference of opinion. But when you're doing the devil's work and not the good work of defending your own people and bringing Snoop on there and doing that, nah, that shit still don't sit well with me. And the reason why it don't sit well with me, because like, nigga, you got this big ass platform, you want to talk to Snoop. I felt like you were talking to me. That's why I keep saying that, because I wanted to be like, bitch, you know he wasn't talking to you. Get your bald head ass up. Stop playing games. Stop it. But when it comes time for racist white supremacy, motherfuckers get the bug in their eyes and act like the shit don't exist. Stop. So since that's been said, we gonna play the shit. So so now we gonna play the shit and get it all out there. And I want y'all to hear what the fuck exactly what she said.
Red table for me, just all the stuff that's going on in the press. Mm-hmm. I felt like it was important to come to the table to really clear the air. Somebody made a statement for me that wasn't a statement I made.
Basically, August Alsina put your ass on blast, and that's what you get for doing a red table talk and being judgmental and sitting from a standpoint like you ain't got flaws. Man, we all fuck up. But that's what you get, man. That's why you had Aisha Curry in there talking about, oh, well, girl, you're not missing nothing. Why would you say that? You should have been like, what you should have said was, look, girl, you don't want attention from other people because I saw other attention from another man. And I had a situation where I wasn't with Will. We were broke up. People didn't know we were broken up, and we were getting ready to file for divorce. And I started dating someone. I'm not going to put his name out there. That's what then that would have made people be like, damn, man, Jada Pinkett, man, she real. That's real talk. But no, bitch, you didn't talk about none of this shit. So stop it.
That went cray-cray.
And one of the reasons why I wanted to come to the table is the media, the headlines. We specifically never said anything.
And I got love for Will Smith, but brother, it seems rehearsed. It seems like you kind of just got dragged to do the shit to save the brand. Because for the most part, Will Smith ain't never damaged the Smith brand. He's built that brand by himself. He took a liking to her. They built a better brand together. But it just seems like they don't want to damage the brand. And that's where it kind of gets iffy because it's like, well, then why would you do all that? And why would you have... My thing is, when Snoop was calling out Gayle King for being a mammy, why would you not, understand where he was coming from, Jada? Why did you just immediately call him on there and then pile on like all these other white people? So that's why I'm going all on her, because she has Sambo, mammy, coonish tendencies.
Yeah.
We were purposely not saying anything. Any headline that says Jada said or Will said or the Smith said is not true. We specifically never said anything.
Right.
So coming to the table was like, we just felt like it got to the point where you got to say something.
Yeah, and to stop that cycle.
Yeah.
You know, there's people's feelings involved.
Right. Right.
You know, and
But was you thinking about black folks' feelings when Snoop was defending Kobe Bryant because Gayle King, a mammy, was going at a brother who couldn't defend himself and he was gone? So why don't you just let Snoop have that victory? Why would you do the work of the devil? Shout out to Wendy, I see you. Hey, I know what it is on that corporate plantation. I'm talking to the chat right now. But why would you then do the devil's work and call him on there and make him pile on? Why would you pile on like all the other dominant society people was doing and making Snoop feel bad about this shit when really he was defending Kobe Bryant because Kobe Bryant was passed away? And that rape allegation that was dropped or whatever, You know, that happened in 2003, and you just now bringing it up in 2020? And nobody seems to think nothing's wrong, man, because Gayle King is a fucking mammy. And nobody addressed that issue. And Snoop was so in the whirlwind, he couldn't even address the issue. But nobody pulled this big-head bitch's coattail like, hey, hold on. We know you acting all that, but, man, you're doing too much. Because right now, he's calling out a mammy because she's going against Cole, and you was too, Jada. So now somebody else called your ass out to the floor. So that's what you get.
At the end of the day, I don't like how all of this came to be. That doesn't matter. It's all love, honestly. And I would usually not, you know, that would be something I wouldn't comment on at all.
Yeah.
Then why are you commenting on it if you wouldn't have commented at all? No, because everybody knew that August Alsina wasn't lying. And y'all can cover it up all y'all want. Y'all would have been better off being like, we were split up. We were on the verge of getting a divorce. And I told her she could do what she want to do, and I'm going to do what I want to do.
And I feel like it's a situation that I drive it.
You just feel like it ain't really nobody's business. Yeah. But now Black Twitter has claimed it as their business.
But
And it is our business because your ass has Snoop on there doing what dominant society people do and making them feel bad for defending black folk. I don't care if he did call her doghead bitch. Man, fuck Gayle King. The bitch is a doghead bitch. So, oh well. And she's a goddamn mammy. So why the fuck we sitting up here vilifying Snoop when we should have been like, maybe Snoop, that wasn't the right choice of words, but I'm not particularly happy with Gayle King attacking our, you know, black brother who's done so much for the community, so much for young black brothers and sisters, and for other communities, and he's passed away. And for you to do that and bring that up, Sister Gayle King, you're wrong for that. Now, if Jada would have done that, if Jada Pinkett Smith would have done that, I wouldn't even be talking about this shit right now. But I gotta talk about it because that's what you get, bitch. That's what you get.
you know, I feel like it's healing that needs to happen. And I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
Even though this is minuscule, I do feel like it's these kinds of things that create the world that we're in.
No, bitch, you create the world that you was in, and you didn't think that August Alsina was gonna go on TV and tell everybody what the fuck y'all had going on, and you thought that you was just gonna have some Stella got her groove back type dick. That's what you thought. And I know what you did. I know what you did. I know what you did. He probably was looking for a mother figure because he a young kid, and I get it. You young. You ain't never fucked with a bitch like that before, and she teaching you new tricks, shit you ain't never done before, making you feel good, making you feel like a man. I know what she did. And really into him, and oh yeah, it just had him, all his nose was probably so wide open, and then the bitch he probably was basically like, I want to be with you, and she probably was like, no, I want to work things out with my husband. That nigga probably was like, oh, well then bitch, fuck you then. Basically. And then she probably didn't think he was going to tell everybody. The nigga waited until the proper time to tell everybody what the fuck they had going on. That's what happens when you, see, if she had spent more time, in my personal opinion, fighting racism, white supremacy, then this wouldn't even be no subject. I think black people would be kind of like cheering her on and cheering him on and cheering Will Smith on at this point. But nigga, I'm not finna cheer you on. You gonna criticize Snoop for calling Gayle King a dog-head bitch. And then having all these other motherfuckers on here, but every time it's time to talk about Harvey Weinstein and all this other shit, you want to talk about it. Every time it's time to talk about racism, white supremacy, and anti-black racism, for some sort of reason, you only want to talk about it when Will Smith don't win no Oscar. So, bitch, that's what you get.
Idea of not communicating, not talking about it, not clearing the air, and just being as transparent. Just being transparent.
And I'm here with you.
Yeah, I thank you for that, because you've been on a hell of a journey with me. So that's what we're going to start with, is that this is a very personal journey that became very public.
Yes, absolutely.
For whatever reason.
So what happened, Jada?
Okay, so let's start with, I guess about 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
I think it was about 4.5.
So you don't know when you was fucking another nigga? Stop it, Jada. See? I'm going to call. Look, y'all should have already known. Guilty nigga when she was like, I'm going to be calling myself to the table. Once she did that, I was like, guilty, nigga. Algus Alsina was right. And I ain't mad at him. Now, at first, I was like, why are you tricking? But then I'm like, I forgot. Bitch, you done defended dominant society shit all day long. But, and when I mean, you're a defender of, in my personal opinion, because you have this major platform, but you ain't talking about nothing at this point. And everybody can say, well, Warren, it ain't about that. Well, how's it not about that? And Pac was your best friend. And he was raised a Black Panther. So how is that? And you was talking shit to him and treating him all fucked up. Or probably turn your nose up at him when you started talking about bitches and hoes and shit. So I just don't understand that. Like, I just don't understand. You have this major platform and you want to talk, and I get it. You want to talk about everything, and that's cool. But racism, white supremacy has always been prevalent and always been a major topic in Black people's homes. So since you're doing the Red Table Talk, you could have asked your kids about racism. You could have done all kinds of things, but you never did that. But you made sure to have Will Smith on there because he called Gayle King a dog-head bitch and try to make him feel like, well, how dare you do that? Because you was talking about all women. It's like, man, come on, man. So don't try to act like you don't know when you was fucking that nigga. Stop playing games, Jada Pinkett.
4 years ago, started a friendship with August. And we actually became really, really good friends. And it all started with him just needing some help. You know, me wanting to help his health, his...
See, that's a dominant society's talking point. Oh, he needed some help. See, and I don't like that. And the reason why I don't like that is because that's what the dominant society does to Black folk. Remember how they try to do the brother that I was talking about last night. I'm blanking. Robert, what was his last name? I'm going to look it up. I'm blanking on the brother's name. The young brother that they ruled his death a suicide. Talking about he had mental problems, but somehow, some way he climbed up a tree and tied a knot and put it around his neck and hung himself. Come on, man. And our sister, Tanika Ballard from Philly. Then, you know, they try to, oh, well, she was having some mental. No, she wasn't having no mental issues because ain't nobody hopping in the back of no goddamn trunk of no car and doing that when they got a daughter. So stop the bullshit, man. See, that's the problem with us. And then she's using dominant society talking points. Well, he had, you know, he needed help. And, man, stop it with the bullshit, man.
mental state.
Because for me, that was the thing when Og first came around, he was really sick.
He was really sick. Yeah.
He was. Now, why y'all putting his business out there? Because y'all justify, like, to me, you kind of, oh, well, he was sick. He wasn't, so he was sick, Jada Pinkett, so you gave him some sympathy pussy? Stop acting like the dominant society. Why don't y'all just say, look, we were getting ready to get a divorce. We were pretty much done. So we both thought at the time. So I started to live my life, and so did he. And he could be like, hey, she started to live her life, and so did I. But no, he was so sick. That's dominant society talking points. Remember, if I can frame this picture a certain way, you're going to be like, oh, well, she felt bad for him. So she's no longer the villain, and August Alsina is the victim. Remember that.
And the outpouring for him from our family was initially about his health.
Yeah. And I mean, we found all those different resources, you know, to help pull him through. And from there, you know, you and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided.
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well, at that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah.
So basically, they was getting ready to get a divorce, and basically, go fuck who you want to fuck, and I'm going to fuck who I want to fuck. Why y'all trying to go? But why do you need to disparage the young brother to do all that? If that don't sound like the dominant society to y'all, I don't know what is. Thank you. Messy as fuck. So I can't even be mad at the young brother August Alsina at this point. Because I'm like, damn, at least okay, I get it. He put it out there. Fine, I get it. But he's young. Y'all got to understand, this young brother's young. And I get it. But in a way, that's what the bitch get. But my thing is, your rebuttal and your response shouldn't be, he was really sick. So you gave him some sympathy, pussy? Is that what you're telling us? It doesn't matter. You still gave him some pussy, bitch. So stop making it. See, that's the dominant society. See, those talking points. So let me kind of disparage him in such a way where he seems sick. And I reached out to him and we showed him love. But me and my husband, we wasn't really getting along. So I fucked him because he just wasn't feeling well. And, his dick was hard. So, I just give him some pussy. That's basically what you're saying. Thank you. Basically, he was done with her ass. Exactly. Now let's listen on and see what Brother Will got to say.
I really felt like we could be over. We
were over.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, I think from there, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement.
An entanglement? This bitch just saying entanglement? You mean your pussy lips was entangled around his dick? Because that's what you mean by entanglement. If this shit, everybody else, if you watch this shit and you seen it, at this point, you should just be like, it ain't about canceling Jada Pinkett Smith, but you should just be like, bitch, we're not taking you serious at all. You are just strictly entertainment. Because not only have you not used your platform to combat racism, white supremacy, and establish a system of justice, and talk about anti-black racism, you up here sitting from a standpoint of judgment, treating motherfuckers that Snoop shit alone, because if anybody should have his back, it should have been her. Straight up.
With August. And one thing I want to get clear about and clean up, one of the things that was kind of swirling in the press about you giving permission, which is, the only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission, because we were separated amicably.
Yeah.
And
just nigga-splaining. Well, I can see how he could perceive it. No, he's basically said that Will gave him his blessing. And all y'all got to say right now is, I gave him the blessing because we were over. And I wanted you to be happy. And I had no problem with that because I'm confident in who I am. That's all you have to say. They can end the shit right there.
I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker, which he's not.
I think, so, I mean, because this is your red table and you brought yourself to the red table. I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened.
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what.
Bitch, it's not an entanglement. So your pussy hole and pussy lips was entangled around his dick. That's what I'm gonna keep saying, because you keep saying other shit. And it's like, you a grown woman. Women will be praising you for fucking a young nigga. And damn, because I give him props at this point. Like, damn, you was fucking Jada Pinkett. I ain't mad at you, my nigga. Do your thing.
I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely. I was in a lot of pain, and I was very broken.
Wait, you just said he was in a lot of pain, and his health wasn't right. See? You got to catch this is the... Look, man. See, this is, in my opinion, this is a motherfucker that been around a dominant society too long. Because you start sounding like them. And I'm still to this point, why would you disparage that young brother, but then kind of step out of the way and basically kind of let everybody set up the picture because you have a platform right now? But I ain't mad at August Alsina because he already put the shit out there. So, bitch, you can't lie. And now, it don't matter. It's over with now, bitch. You on your own.
Now, in the process of that relationship, I definitely realized that, you can't find happiness outside of yourself. And luckily enough, you and I were also going through a process of healing in a much different manner. I would definitely say we did everything that we could to get away from each other, only to realize that that wasn't possible.
So we come to the red table. So I'm in the Jada position right now. So
Okay.
you know, you during that time launched into an interaction with August. What do you feel like you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good.
So translation, you heard it. She just wanted to feel good. So she wanted to fuck. She wanted to fuck. We were done and you wanted to fuck. But see, this is what happens when, like I keep saying, you got all these racist cops killing black folk. Women, black folk. Somebody find me the red table when she is even remotely talking about racism, white supremacy. But you went at the Oscars so hard. Oscars so white, no, man, because he didn't win that Oscar to play that doctor that was talking about CTE and all this. And it seemed kind of like, well, are you just talking about this shit because Will didn't win? And you remember the lady that played Aunt Viv, the first Aunt Viv, basically checked that bitch and was like, bitch, we been doing this. You new on the scene. I bet you that lady probably laughing at that bitch like, bitch, that's what you get.
It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to do.
Help heal means it was a joy to help fuck somebody. That's what she's saying. See, I'll translate it for her. It was really a joy, older women that's out there listening, to fuck a younger person that doesn't really have a whole lot going on, because he can fuck and eat my pussy and do everything that I needed him to do all night, y'all. That's basically what you're saying. Stop. I know what you're talking about. That's code. That's coding. You trying to speak in code and shit. Stop it with the bullshit. Now that the spot, see, that's what you get. Use your platform for something better than not even airing out people, but going at shit that don't matter. But when it comes time to talk about racism, white supremacy, and anti-black racism, where is Jada Pinkett at? Like I said, the last time she really went hard on him is when Will Smith didn't win an Oscar. Then she started talking shit. Other than that, where the fuck you been the whole time?
With my codependency, which is another thing that I had to learn to break in this cycle. Just that idea of needing to fix and being drawn to people that need help, whether it's your health or whether it's your addictions. There's something about that childhood trauma that feels as though.
Now she nigga explaining. Hey, for sure. Clean up. Hey, Wendy, good looking. I know y'all at the corporate plantation right now. And look, remember this. I want y'all to remember this. Those are the type of people that have been around the dominant society for so long. I'm talking about in the upper echelon type of way. I'm not talking about your neighbors, dominant society wide, or you got white friends, or you got a whole bunch of racial groups, but we all in the struggle together. That's different. I'm talking about they have been treated different because they're Will and Jada Smith. Their kids are treated differently because of who they are. So most white people or any other racial group, they're not even gonna see them as black, because look at how they're niggas playing it now, and just look at every red table talk that they've had. Just look at every red table. When has it ever been we gonna have a red table talk about racism, white supremacy? And somebody that she know. She don't even talk about the Black Panthers. She don't talk about none of that shit. See, that's what I mean. And I know that Pac was close and near and dear to your heart, but what are you doing to preserve his legacy in such a way where he lives on, and not just through his music? Through teaching, the things that you learned from him. Why didn't you bring that up to you talking to me? You know, when I was growing up with Pac, we would always, you never brought none of that up. Not to mama say you too busy vilifying him and having Gayle King's dog head bitch ass. You was having her back.
It can be fixed through fixing people versus fixing me.
Yeah.
And I think that that whole process with Aug really showed me that and taught me that. And I'm really grateful for that lesson.
I feel like that husband, like I'm with you at the press conference.
Uh-huh.
That husband, now I got to be with you at the press conference while you like tell the world about your transgressions.
Well,
Like I love my baby. I'm gonna stand by my baby no matter what.
well, you know, I definitely understand why it would look that way or feel that way, but I actually don't look at it as a transgression at all. Through
Then what do you look at it as?
that particular journey, I learned so much about myself and was able to really confront a lot of emotional immaturity, emotional insecurity, and I was really able to do some really deep healing. You know, and as I came through and started to realize certain things about you and I, he decided to break all communication with me,
Right.
which was totally understandable.
Right.
And I let that be and hadn't talked to him since.
Right.
So it is a little weird that all this stuff is coming out now, since this was
Yeah, because for me this was years ago, right? You know, so
Yeah, it was years ago, but you're doing a red table talk and giving women advice about men and shit, but you're not telling them how you got your groove back. And he probably is feeling some type of way. And I'm pretty sure people in this campus like, damn, she act like you don't even exist, my nigga. Oh, I know it.
the fact that it's
And I remember the rumors before 2016, 2017, 2015, when he was hanging out with Will Smith's kids a lot and going on vacations with them. And I remember that on the Breakfast Club and shit. And I remember he spun it off. I remember he was a good spin-off king. Like he would just spin it off, me and her family's close. And he never did anything like that. I remember that.
coming up now, and I think it could feel weird for people that we're laughing and talking about it, but
It happened so long ago.
you know, and our experiences of working through it, fighting through it, talking through it, and therapizing
Right.
through it. I think that the why now is weird.
Yeah. When I say it's been a huge healing on my life and just what I had to confront and discover,
Yeah.
you know, about myself, the ugly truths and the beauty. So it was
The beauty is August Alsina put your ass on blast. That's the beauty in this whole situation. And I was like, looking at him like, damn, nigga, why you tricking? Why you telling? But I get it. That nigga was like, oh, bitch, you would have. And I don't think it happened the way she's saying. I'm just being dead ass with y'all. I think that in my own, I think you're right, Shawnee. She's a fake phony. She reminds me of Beyonce in that way of it's all rehearsed. Like, and it's weird to me because it's like all rehearsed. Every answer, when she does it almost seems like they're like, and it's almost like she's like, yeah, fuck these motherfucking niggas. Ooh, and action. Yes, we're back at the table talk. So I just want to, like, that's what it seems like to me. It doesn't seem like it's authentic, and the reason why is because why didn't you ask some other motherfuckers on there that was going to ask you the real questions? You and Will should have been there, and you should have been like, you should have had somebody else. You should have had your mama ask some questions. But that's okay because I guess other family members were coming out and putting the shit out there too. But see, that's what you get, man. See, that rehearsed shit, like I said, I got love for Beyonce and Hov and all that, but that shit just seems contrived and rehearsed. It doesn't seem authentic. And a lot of the reasons why is because they are beholden to the dominant society. These people don't want to give up these white folks' toys that they got. I'm telling you, they don't. Don't let these people fool you. Oh, I'm so real. No, they're not. Okay, you so real. They give up all that shit that they gave you and come down here and go work at a real job. Them motherfucking niggas will be like, man, nigga, fuck you. These good white folks. You see what I'm saying? And it's no diss because I get it. Because that's like us that work at the corporate plantation. That's like somebody saying, well, why don't you give your job, go live on the street? And you ain't going to do that. So I understand it, but don't front and make it seem like you have no transgressions on your own. Everybody do. Ain't none of us perfect. But I feel like you could be using that platform to fight racism, white supremacy a little bit more than what you do. A lot of black people, it's like, come on, man. Like, damn, you if you got all this energy to talk about Aisha Curry and how she want to fuck other niggas her goddamn self, like, then damn, you can't take a little bit of that energy and a little bit of that focus and aiming on the dominant white society and the anti-black racism. And come on, man. People being lynched and you don't even want to talk about it. You don't even want to address it. You want to talk about other shit? And it's like, man, and then you Facebook, so that really makes me look at you sideways.
Something that I felt like wasn't really ready to be discussed because it hadn't been that healing, because he hasn't wanted to, you know, Og and I haven't talked in so long, you know what I mean? So I don't know, this all seemed very strange, you know, but I'm grateful for the journey that you and I have had together. Because I feel like there are a lot of couples that go through those periods, and a lot of couples that have to separate and think it's over. And, you know, the one thing I'll say about you and I is that there's never been secrets.
Right. We came together young, and we were both broken in our own.
All right, now they just niggas splaining and babbling, and oh, good, we made it through it. We talked about the tough shit. And now they babbling. Fuck off. Stop it. I'm sorry, but I don't want to hear that shit. And the reason why I'm saying I don't want to hear that shit, because I'm good. It ain't that deep. Gotta go, fam. Catch y'all next time. Thanks for the Black Table Talk. The Black Table Talk. Hey, man, I'm telling y'all right now. Hey, much love and respect to you, Shawnee, man. Be easy. But I'll tell you this right now, man. That's why I'm focusing on this, so we can understand, have some type of understanding that you need to take that and fight racism, white supremacy, and not be trying to duck and dodge that shit and then have motherfuckers on your platform talking about why a bitch can't fuck. You can talk about that shit, but let's talk about that shit later. Let's talk about the racism, white supremacy that's going on, because that's what's most important. And the reason why I did this podcast today, the only reason why I wanted to talk about it was because I felt like she's full of shit. And the reason why I feel it, not just because of what August Alsina said, because I'm going to keep mentioning this. Don't forget, when Snoop was defending Kobe, a person who had passed away, could not defend himself, for you to bring him on your platform and vilify him when you know what was going on, and you know Gayle King was being a goddamn mammy, and for you not to say nothing, I don't respect that at all. I don't respect it. I don't have no love and no respect for it at all. And I think that was some coon shit and some mammy shit that you did as well. So if you want to clean up your little imagery and your little brand, go ahead and clean it up. But you can tell that y'all been around dominant society people way too fucking long, to me. And the only reason why I say that is, and when I mean a dominant society, because they're talking points. To this day, if you have fucked, if y'all fucked around with, okay, I get it, but he's a black brother. So to get on that platform and make it seem like he was sick or he was ill, maybe they didn't want everybody knowing his sickness. That's like, come on, man. Maybe they didn't want that. Who knows? But I think I find it pretty odd that you would start off doing that and then y'all both like, yeah, he was really sick. And that's what the dominant society does. Look at Ghislaine Maxwell. Now that's a sick bitch. To be you just fun and then you act like you ain't did nothing wrong. What the bitch say? Oh, well, I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. Well, but bitch, you were an accessory to the fact. You were knowingly sending underage girls to him. Nobody's talking about that shit, but R. Kelly, they post him on the goddamn news every chance they get. Oh, he can't pay his child support. Oh, he's got another girl captive. Oh, this, oh, that. The whole time, that's what they did. But when it came time to talk about Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein, it was just like crickets. And most black folks didn't even want to talk about it. So that's why I'm addressing this right now. So I would suggest everybody do their homework and go read Black Labor, White Wealth. Go read Dr. Francis Cress Welsing's The ISIS Papers and understand exactly how critical it is to understand racism, white supremacy, and try to establish a system of justice. Meaning, don't have a platform that's that big and you ain't talking about no real shit. And you just gossiping and talking about who can fuck who and all this other shit. And you can do that way down the line. The first shit that should have been on the agenda is racism, white supremacy. That's being on code. See, you and your husband is on code. You and Will's on code because you don't want motherfuckers to be like looking at you all crazy. But you can forget it. Because as Will Smith said, Black Twitter done got a hold to it. So they already looking at you suspect. And they should look at you suspect. As you talk about, Snoop, I felt like you were talking to me. Now, why don't you go do that to the dominant society? No, you're not. Because that's who's fronting the bill. Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, you don't give a fuck about no niggas. That's why they put you on there, because they knew you would be the nigga for the job. That's how I look at it. Your first couple of episodes should have been about anti-black racism, the Oscars, so white, all this racist bullshit that go on. She should even call, and if Mark Zuckerberg was smart, he'd be like, call out Facebook. I don't care. I control Facebook. Call them out. But no, they know that because they know black motherfuckers will turn on their ass. Because these white, dominant society, anti-black racist practicing motherfuckers, they know what the fuck is going on, man. That's why they let this bitch, that's why they like, will go with it. Anything to distract the nigga and keep us deaf, dumb, and blind. Now, my question to my black folk that has watched this podcast, now after you have seen it, I want you to be like, damn, one kind of got a point. You went at Snoop hard, and he's a black man, and you went at him super hard. But all these white motherfuckers around here getting away with murder, and you yet to say anything about them. So that's what you get. So that's why I'm going hard on it. And y'all should do the same thing. Don't let up on this bride. And the reason why I say this is because, to me, I feel like she's one of the dominant society's henchmen. Because still to this day, you're not talking about it. And then you try to muddy up the waters with August Alsina's health situation. And I didn't like that either. See, I watch all that shit. Like that, I think that was some fuckery too. Well, maybe he misinterpreted because we were separated. Man, please. I think the brother probably ain't lying. I think what really happened, I think they were probably on the verge of getting a divorce and doing their own thing. And I'm pretty sure Will saw that he was close with his kids and close with Jada, and he saw what was going on. And he probably did say, hey, man, do your thing, man. Just treat her right. And I'm glad that y'all having a good time. I think that's what happened. But they're trying to clean up the brand. It's already too late. Because we all know what the fuck is going on. Now, what we need to do now is we need to start diving into these studies and knowing what the fuck is going on. I'm going to say that every week. As Dr. Francis Cress Wellstein talks about in ISIS papers, and so is Neely Fuller Jr., the dominant society dominates 9 areas of activities. Let's take a look at what those 9 areas are. Labor, law, sex, politics, religion, education, war. And I would think the last one is entertainment and economics. I got all 9. Now, the one that sticks out to me the most right now is entertainment. So who dominates? The dominant society dominates entertainment. And what comes with entertainment? Economics. That's why those talking points, that's why she has all those talking points. Because they dominate that shit. That's why nobody will go on these major platforms and be like, racism, white supremacy is real. Systematic racism is real. Anti-black racism is real. It is practiced all day, every day, on every job. Like Anthony Mackie, I think, said on Marvel. He said, yeah, that's even more racist for Black Panther, since it's an all-black cast. You want to have a black director, a black this, a black that, but then in all the other Marvel movies, ain't no black person in sight. And that's real. And that's exactly what the dominant society will do. It's called the illusion of inclusion, ladies and gentlemen. So what happens is we look at Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, and what we do is we say, oh, well, they got a pet. You know what I'm saying? It's Will. You know, they got money. Nah. It's regular motherfuckers that's doing that too. So it ain't got nothing to do with money. It got everything to do with you not using your platform correctly. So that's why I talked about it today. Other than that, I don't give a fuck what Jada Pinkett do. Bitch, you can go fuck a goddamn donkey and a mule if you want to. I don't give a fuck. And then sit up there and play the same shit with Will. Well, you know, when I met the mule was really sick. Really sick, you know? And we had an entanglement. You know, that type of shit. So if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it, man. But that does not stop the fact that, to me, I feel like you've been around the dominant society too long and you're using a lot of their talking points instead of just getting to the issue. You know what? I fucked up a lot. You know what I mean? I messed up a lot. I damn near ran you away, Will. That's what you could have said. No, but you know what? Oh, we've always known, man, stop. Stop. We know that. See, a lot of the shit they was putting out there, I think this is nothing new. This is knowledge we already knew about. I just think what ends up happening is this. I think what ends up happening is motherfuckers be so worried about their brand, you're gonna put so much information out there at one time just so that brand isn't damaged. But y'all got enough money. But sometimes, hey, motherfuckers are greedy. Like I said, we gotta read these books and understand what's going on. Why that shit is going on. That's why in the title I said I was Ghislaine Maxwell and saying, hey Will, I love the kids. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Cause it's true. While motherfuckers is watching Will and Jada, man, that bitch was funneling thousands of bitches to Jeffrey Epstein. And nobody has nothing to say about it. They still ain't talking about it. Motherfuckers still ain't talking about his fucking documentary on Netflix. And it was god awful. Like, the information was good, but he was just an awful person. He was just an awful human being. But let me tell you more. That's the majority of the dominant society, if you ask me. That's why they all walk around here with this white fragility shit, acting like, well, why do I have to pay for what they did? I didn't do that. But you're benefiting from what they did to us, though. Like I said, man, I appreciate everybody listening and subscribing. Everybody, send this to somebody that you know fuck with. If they don't fuck with, please don't send it to them. I don't want no coons and Sambos on my page talking all this bullshit because I don't have time for that shit. No, my shit is not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect. And that's why it's called No, I Don't Know, because I don't know, nigga. But I can tell you what I do know. Jada Pinkett, you full of shit. But anyway, hey, I appreciate everybody listening and subscribing. Hey, man, be safe from this COVID-19 bullshit that's going on. Drinking some sea moss. You see, I got the lemon water right here. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. Hey, if you out there making excuses for Jada Pinkett Smith taking a young nigga and turning him out and really wishing it was you, nigga, guilty nigga, I'm out. Peace.